Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Monday morning. It is the 10th day of April 2023. And as I look out the window of the home office this morning, it's bright and sunny. It's going to be a good looking day. Maybe even a little bit warmer than yesterday. For Sacramento, will be on 80 watch. Yesterday we hit 78, the warmest day of the year so far. Today we'll be back in that same range. We may hit 80 for the first time this year. Nothing too outrageous about that. Keep in mind, last year we'd already been in the 90s. It's just that, man, this spring has been so cool that I'm sure that to many of you, that 80 degrees will seem very warm just because we haven't gotten acclimated to it. If you miss the cooler weather that we've been having and we've had so much of, we're going to get a revisit of some of that as we go through the week. So with that in mind, for the morning briefing, let's get right to it and show you what's going on this morning. I just love these satellite photos. You can see as the sun's coming up here across the west that we do have clear skies over California. Obviously a great snowpack still in place here. Even some snow still hanging out in the Coast Range, as well as quite a bit up here to the north. And then up here off the coast, you see the clouds that are starting to increase. That's the cloud cover that we're eventually going to be seeing in our way. And of course, you also see the coastal clouds, kind of a sign of some warmer weather that we've been seeing. The marine layer starting to build, something we don't see that often as we're in the colder patterns, but now we're getting into some warmer patterns, more marine layer. All right, so we saw the clouds, so let's talk about if we're going to get any rain with this. We are going to see a transition from warmer weather to colder weather, or at least cooler weather, and quite often when we see that transition, we get some rain. Doesn't look like it's going to happen in this time around, at least not in areas, let's say, south of Butte County. We may see some showers to the north. So let me show you that with the HRRR. And this is a high-resolution model, and it only goes out about 48 hours. But as you can see, this is where we saw that cloud cover, and there's the rain. This is this afternoon around 4 o'clock. And as we head into the nighttime hours tonight, there are showers up along the state line. Certainly in Oregon, we'll be seeing some rain. There'll be rain in Humboldt County. There may be some showers as far south as Mendocino County. Lake County, probably not, but certainly nothing in the valley. And this is tonight around 11 o'clock. Let's get into tomorrow. And this is first thing on Tuesday morning. By first thing, I mean 7 o'clock in the morning. Maybe a couple of showers as far south as Butte County. But again, notice how everything is staying well off to the north. And nothing really comes farther south. And a little wave comes by during the day on Tuesday. So that's the rain, but it doesn't mean that the rest of the area isn't going to see cloud cover. Now, this is a product I don't use that often, but it's kind of fun to look at. This is the HRRR as well, showing you cloud cover. It tends to overdo things a little bit, but so for instance, up here where it says overcast, the little OVC overcast right here, you don't know if that's a thick deck of clouds that goes from 2,000 feet to 10,000 feet, or if it's just a high thin deck around 15,000 feet. So it really doesn't describe all that very well. But either way, you can see that shield of clouds. And then this is tonight. This is Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to be the cloudier day. This is Tuesday morning. Clouds going through the area, but as I just showed you, nothing in the way of rain. Nice solid deck of cloud cover. And then behind it, it clears out, but then we'll still be in some clouds into the day Wednesday. That's first thing on Wednesday morning. So we have clouds going by, we have colder air coming in, but we are not going to see anything in the way of rain. So let's talk about that colder air. These are the surface temperatures, and let me go to about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Here's 4 o'clock this afternoon. And as I scroll over the valley, as it takes a second to catch up, come on, you can do it. There it goes. It takes a second for it to catch up. So as I scroll over the valley, you can see temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80. Go to the southern part of the valley, upper 80s around Fresno and Bakersfield. You go down to the deserts, 90s. The foothills, let's scroll down Highway 49. This might be underdoing a little bit. The foothills should be well into the 70s. It may not be picking up the right spots here in the foothills. And then in the Sierra, 50s and 60s. But so let's just use the valley as a reference. Upper 70s to near 80. That's today. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, this one isn't going to go out far enough, unfortunately. But either way, what we're going to see during the day on Tuesday is about a 10-degree drop. So today we're up around 80. On Tuesday, we're down around 70, and by Wednesday and Thursday, we're back into the 60s. I was hoping that model would go out a little bit farther, but it doesn't. So that's what's going to happen. So while we'll be warm today, we were warm yesterday, we are going to see a change. Now, let me show you the 500 millibar chart in a different way than I show it to you usually. What I wanted to show you today here is this is the 500 millibar chart zoomed in, and what I'm showing you here are the winds and the wind speeds and these height lines. So if you look right here, based, I don't know my Nevada geography very well, other than this is somewhere north of Las Vegas. Anyway, right here, see how the wind barbs are going around in a circle? That's where the high is centered, and then the height lines go around that. So, so this is where our ridge of high pressure is right over here, and we're enjoying the warm weather on the back side of that. Now, as we go through the next couple of days, that ridge gets pushed out. This is getting into tonight and Tuesday. So that ridge gets flattened, and that allows the cooler air to come in. But the main jet stream, where you see there's red arrows up here, that's the jet stream up around 80, 90 knot winds. This is around 18,000 feet. So as you can see, a trough digs in. This is getting into Wednesday afternoon. See how the height lines are now digging down here. So there's now a low up here. Gone is the big high we had. That allows cooler air to come in. So that's on during the day Wednesday. This is Thursday, still cool, but then watch the height lines start to come up as we get into the weekend. There we go. This is Saturday, and while the high isn't as high as what we were just seeing, notice how the height lines once again go this way. 576 down here. This must be the 570 line. And that means that what we have here is warmer temperatures. It may not be as warm as what we're going to see today, but it will warm up again over the weekend. The weekend looks good, but then another passing trough early next week will bring back cooler weather. So what we're going to see here over the next week to 10 days is a few warm days like today, and then we cool down for 3 or 4 days, then we warm up for a couple of days, and then we cool down. So I don't see anything building in that's going to give us an extended period of warm weather, daytime highs in the 80s, day after day after day. We may get up to the 80s a couple of times between now and the end of the month, but I also see a number of days where we may be, 68 to 70 degrees, which is cooler than average for this time of year. So for those of you that aren't fans of temperatures in the 80s just yet because you haven't gotten acclimated, don't worry, because we're not going to see an extended stretch of that yet. But of course, we know that will come. That's everything I've got for you this morning. If you enjoy the morning briefings, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate all of those of you that have done so far. I'll be on TV tonight. Yeah, I'm back to work today. I'll be back on TV tonight at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11, and have another YouTube update for you first thing tomorrow morning. Have a great day.